Now this will be the gift that keeps on giving. Coming up next on It's Just Steph. Hi love, welcome to It's Just Steph, a channel for anyone looking to get out of their own way. If you're looking to change some patterns in your life, develop some more productive and profitable habits, then go ahead, subscribe now, and click the notification button. And if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm happy to have you. So let's get right into it. So I don't know if you were able to catch it the other day, but I caught maybe my second or third ever episode of Iyanla Fix My Life. And this particular episode had Chicago's very own LisaRaye, her mother and her daughter. But, I gotta say that even though I don't, she I guess. But I think I gotta say she nailed it. I think she nailed it right on the head with these three. So LisaRaye was on there dealing with her and her mother's tumultuous relationship. And then also the somewhat of a quieter noise, but the same noise with her daughter. And it seemed that a lot of the, just all of the strife came from a lot of stuff in the past, right? That had been festering and leaking over into their present relationships. And Iyanla, it seemed like she spent the entire episode trying to get them to own their stuff, because it was just like a whole lot of finger pointing, and no one, and even Iyanla mentioned at one time that it was like talking to the same person, talking to all three of them. And so the whole thing was, and I've said it before, you have to be truthful with yourself so that you can identify it, because if you don't identify it, you can't confront it. And so she spent the entire episode as saying she wanted them to own their stuff. Okay, so then in the end, LisaRaye had asked for a follow-up, and Iyanla kind of told her that, she thought they would get further along. We got some work to do, let's see. So I'm coming here to say this. I agree with what Miss Iyanla was saying. I mean, and she was dead on. But I guarantee you, the next move for these three ladies will be forgiveness. And not just forgiving each other, but they're going to move to forgiving themselves quickly, because I think there were quite a few revelations in her conversation with them. So I guarantee you the next move is going to be forgiveness. So that's my topic. Now, first of all, when you talk about forgiveness, you're always talking about forgiving other people. When you can forgive somebody else, it's freeing, it's liberating, do it so they don't hold you hostage, to this, forgive other people. Okay, that's important. I think one of the biggest gifts that you can give yourself, especially in a time of crisis that the world is in right now, and with the world being so upset, I think the biggest gift that you can give yourself is to forgive yourself. Man, to forgive in and of itself is one thing, but to be able to forgive yourself is paramount. I mean, it takes so much strength, and it's so powerful to be able to forgive yourself. If we could just learn to forgive ourselves more. And I, for one, am very hard on myself all the time. I seem to never cut myself any slack. I don't know if it's because in my heart, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. I know who I belong to. I don't know, but I seem to ride myself hard all the time. And it's something I have to learn to do more. I'm better at it, but I got to learn to do it more. So first off, forgiving yourself does something to your whole physical well-being. You feel better. It decreases anxiety and depression. and stress, and it allows you to focus and be more productive, is huge. So if you're like me, having a hard time forgiving yourself, especially in this do-better world we live in, start with this. Imagine somebody that you love so unconditionally, somebody who you would extend compassion and patience to, and take all of that love and forgiveness and apply it there to you, because you deserve compassion from yourself. You deserve patience from yourself. Now, second, this is something I learned about forgiving others and myself. Okay. Look, forgiveness is simply giving up hope that the past could have been different. I'll say it again. Forgiveness is simply giving up hope that the past could have been different. It's over with. It's the past. It's not accepting what has happened to you. It's just accepting that it has happened to you. Not that it's okay, but just that it has happened to you. Isn't that huge? Huge. It changed my life. It changed how I saw things that happened to me, or things that I let happen to me, or just it changed my perspective and my response to things in my life. I promise you, it will make such a difference in how you move through life. It will make a difference. Be careful in forgiving yourself and freeing yourself. Be careful that you don't lose empathy for the people that you've hurt in your mistakes. Okay. And the way to do that is to do all you can to rectify the situation. Because I'm not speaking of only forgiving yourself for what you've done to yourself. I mean, forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made in life that have hurt others, that have affected others, or infected others. So do all you can to rectify the situation. But the last thing to do, always the last thing to do, is to apologize. Because in apologizing, you leave no room to wonder if there's anything else you could have done to fix the situation. But one last thing before I go. I feel in my heart that there is somebody out there during this COVID who have lost a loved one and they weren't able to be there for them. I know quite a few people who have lost loved ones and they couldn't be there with them at the hospital, for their last moments. And I know how big it is because I was there for both of my parents when they passed away, and pretty much for my grandmother as well. And I know even being there for them, I wished I could do more, and I felt some type of guilt, and I think it's normal because for our loved ones, it's in us to want to move heaven and hell to protect them and to take care of them. But I just want to free somebody out there who is harboring a whole bunch of guilt and it's wearing you down. Release that. You did all that you could do. And I want to tell you this. Even when you are there for your loved one, all the way to the end, you still wish you could have done more. It's just never enough. We can't keep them here. We can't give them life. So, outside of that, what else could we do? So I just wanted to extend that to somebody as we head out of there. And I hope that frees just somebody, because I just really feel like somebody is dealing with that. Okay? Let it go, dear. Celebrate your loved one. Celebrate the life. Take your time to grieve. Celebrate their life. Okay? I love you guys. And until I see you this coming Friday, December 4th, just in a matter of days, talking about how this COVID is affecting our relationships, I will see you right here, 9 p.m. Central Time. And until I see you back here, do me a favor. Stay out of your own way. See you in a couple days. Bye bye.